That's enough.
No.
No.
There you are.
Hello. Being good isn't always easy, no matter how hard I try. When you started sweet talking to me, come and tell me everything is all right. Kiss and tell me everything is all right. Don't mess my hair.
I will. And then I'll remove each straw bit by bit.
Not in front of the chickens.
They're not chickens, they're prize birds.
Will you be late for dinner?
Depends on the opposition.
Oh, I'll try not to be. I've dreamed up something special.
I'll do my best, but I've got to make a killing tonight.
Kate?
Susie? Susie?
Hello. I'll be with you in a minute.
You set the table for dinner. How did you know I was coming?
I rang your secretary. She said you were on the way home.
Ah. I wanted to surprise you.
Never mind. I've got a surprise for you.
What?
Beef Wellington.
What?
Beef Wellington.
Oh, lovely.
Why didn't you have a drink while I finished getting ready?
Oh, in a minute. I had one on the train already.
Well, that's never stopped you before.
What do you mean? Oh, ha ha. Very funny. So, tell me what you've been up to.
I've been getting Monty ready for the meet.
Oh, terrific. I'll come too.
Get that lot back next time.
Yes, they do.
Double or quits. Next Friday.
Out there? Why not?
How about the old barn, south side of Ipsley Manor?
Renting high places, eh?
Good sailor.
Oh, she's a good girl. Yes. She's a good girl. You're a good girl. Did you miss me?
Would you, light the candles, darling?
Of course.
Good girl.
Come on, we've got to light the candles.
I won't be a minute.
Lit them?
Whiskey?
Yes.
Hope you haven't swallowed anything.
What?
Come on, it's bedtime. I was going to make supper for you, but you've been catching flies for the past 2 hours.
It's 10:15. The whole evening's gone.
Yeah, well, never mind. It's your morning off tomorrow.
It's that drive that finishes me. I nearly nodded off on the way home.
Well, you shouldn't drive if you're that tired.
Hello. Any chance of breakfast in bed tomorrow morning?
Well, before I go to work. That seems fair, doesn't it? Up those stairs.
Oh, you're so masterful.
I'm just going to check the horses.
Okay.
Oh!
You all right, darling?
Yes, I just tripped over the cat.
Give it a kick.
I thought he was in London all week.
He was supposed to be.
I was looking forward to being on our own.
I know, me too. I'm sorry, now go.
I lost tonight. I organised a fight in the old barn on Friday. I can't cancel now.
Jeremy, he'll be gone tomorrow evening. Now get out!
Good. I mean, there's a lot riding on it.
Go!
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, except Jack might be there.
Why don't you leave him, Susie?
I've told you, Jeremy. Please go.
Nevin! Nevin! Take out reason for me, would you? I'll be 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Colonel.
Morning.
Nice day for it.
Splendid.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Morning, Sarge. I didn't expect to see you here.
Well, it does no harm to show the uniform at times like this, Rowan.
Especially when the aristocracy's involved, eh?
I'll ignore that remark. Now, you just stay around here till this lot sets off. All right?
Yes, Sarge. Nothing.
All this palaver to go and kill off defenceless animals.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No Jack?
No. He's not coming.
Good. We'll stay with Hunt for about an hour and then slip off. We'll say Monty's gone lame if anyone asks.
Okay.
Looks as if Jack's managed to drag himself out after all.
Oh no.
He looks awful. What have you been doing to him, Susie?
Better go and see if he's all right.
Top that up for me, would you? Whiskey.
Jack.
Hello, Susie. I nearly missed the off. You should have woken me up.
I tried.
I'm sorry. Must be the port. Wretched stuff always finishes me off.
You shouldn't be riding.
There you go, sir.
Thank you, George.
Please, Jack. You look dreadful.
Oh, rubbish. Don't fuss, Susie. Don't fuss. I'll be fine. Fresh air will do me good. Come on.
Nick? Kate's just phoned. Can you go over to Coronation Cottages, Artist Needs place?
Is it bad news?
I think so.
Yeah, thanks, Gina.
Heart failure. I told him he should be taking it easy.
We'll better get in touch with his family.
I don't think there is any. His wife died years ago, and they had no children.
Well, I'll phone the undertaker.
Nick?
Oh, Doctor.
What are you doing here?
Well, I've just come round to, pay my respects to Artie, like, because we went to school together. Amen. I was worrying about his fowls, because they're his pride and joy, and I bet nobody's even fed them yet.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, why don't you see to him?
Yeah, I'll take them round to my place, because there's some foxes round here, I know it'll be a bit of a bother, like, but that's what friends are for, isn't it?
Let's go anyway.
What?
Just look at the state of him. He wouldn't notice if a bomb went off.
Don't be ridiculous. You sure you're all right?
I'm fine, darling. Whiskey's doing the trick. Hair of the dog, eh? Whoa. Mass!
I'll deal with that.
Right.
See you, Claude.
Hey, only until the estate's sorted out, mind.
if I thought I was in any way responsible.
No, I think you'll find he had too much to drink.
Jack drank like a fish, but in 20 years hunting, it never made him take a fall.
Is that his wife?
Susanna. Yes. Jack was a lucky man. In some ways.
Are you sure there's no one you want me to contact for you? Your family?
They're all in London.
No one locally?
I, haven't made any close friends up here.
You really shouldn't be on your own.
Thank you.
Look, why don't you take my phone number? You can call me anytime you want.
Thank you.
Right. I hope everything's here.
Are you sure?
Your horses are being brought back. Will you be able to manage?
Bevan will see to them. I'm all right, thank you. You've been very kind.
Mrs. Temple Richards, there is something else. There'll have to be a post-mortem.
A post-mortem?
Without it, we can't ascertain the cause of death.
He fell off his horse.
It may not have been the fall that killed him.
Of course it was. Everyone saw.
We need to be sure. It could have been a heart attack or...
Jack's heart was fine. He was only 50.
It's the normal procedure in a case like this. I'm sure everything will be perfectly straightforward.
I'm sorry. It's all been such a shock. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone.
Of course.
We'll go and see Mrs. Temple Richards again tomorrow and get a statement about her husband's condition before he went on the hunt.
Pickle from all accounts.
Ventress, I'd like to think this tragedy could pass without too much mudslinging. Temple Richards was very highly thought of round here, and you know that.
Oh, yes, Sarge.
So, Artie Sneed has popped his clogs at last, has he?
Oh, I can still feel his collar in my hands even now. Twice a week, regular as clockwork.
And I thought he was an harmless old bloke.
A petty thief of the worst variety, although he did calm down once his wife died.
She was a very demanding woman.
Well, he had some nasty habits. Cockfighting, for one.
Really?
Oh, we never caught him at it, though. Notoriously tight-knit, the cockfighting fraternity. Well, you have had a busy morning, Rowan. But not as busy as the vicar's gonna be.
Well, I can't believe he didn't catch on.
Yeah, all right, Al.
Well, you can see they're fighting cocks a mile off. Look, they've all had their feathers trimmed. And this one, he's had his natural spurs cut off, and then the artificial ones are put over. What do you think he was going to do? Put them in the pot for Sunday dinner?
Till I came up here, the only chickens I saw were full of sage and onion.
Well, he's not here. Shall we impound them?
Well, where are we going to put them?
It's true. And you don't want Blaketon to know that you were the one that gave them to Claude Greengrass, do you?
What you do with them's your business. I just want shot of them.
So where are they then, these champions?
Oh, don't worry. They're with somebody who really knows what they're doing. And they're raring to go. They're in fantastic condition.
Yeah, well, I'm not too flush this week. But I might know somebody who's interested. Make me down to Bull tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. We'll see if we can do business.
Here you go.
Thanks. She shouldn't be left on her own.
Well, according to Gina, she's got another man.
It's probably just gossip.
Well, I did see her with someone else at the meet.
That doesn't mean she's having an affair with him.
Hmm. Well, so much for your morning off.
Occupational hazard.
You going to be late tonight?
Not tonight. But, Nick, I've been thinking, wouldn't it make more sense if I stayed over sometimes?
Eh?
Evening surgeries don't finish till 8. By the time we've cleared up, it's gone 10 before I'm home.
What, you mean stay at James's place?
Yeah. He's offered me the spare room any time I want. Well, not all the time, obviously. But Tuesdays is evening surgery and Wednesdays we start early. It's hardly worth coming home.
Well, thanks very much.
Come on, you know what I've been like. I might as well not have been here last night.
All right. At least I'll be able to get some fishing in.
About the crying game. I've had my share of the crying game. First there are kisses, then there are sighs, and then before you know where you are, you're saying goodbye. One day soon I'm gonna tell the moon about the crying game. And if he knows.
Hello?
Constable Rowan.
Have you lost something?
Could be anywhere. I had hoped, it's Jack Stockpin. I thought it might have dropped off when he fell.
Was it valuable?
It doesn't really matter.
Well, let me help you look.
It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Forget it.
Are you sure?
Yes. Anyway, it's not here. I must get back. Do you give me a leg up?
Look, I do need to ask you a couple of questions.
Call round to the house. I must get back.
Come on, lads. Grub up. Yeah.
In the hands of somebody who knows what he's doing. Poor Claude. He's getting soft in his old age. Come on.
Oh, there's a nice one of you in the paper.
What's that?
At the meet yesterday. It's quite a spread. He's not exactly the picture of health, is he?
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
He's not wearing a stock pin, is he?
Well, is there something significant in that?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. Was your husband feeling unwell yesterday morning?
I don't know. He was asleep when he left.
Had he been drinking?
I think everyone knows that.
Yeah, sorry, but I do need to ask. Any idea how much?
We had wine with dinner. He had quite a bit of port. And yesterday, I don't know. Stirrup cup at the meet, I suppose.
Nothing else worth mentioning?
No.
Oh, about your husband's stock pin.
Yes?
Well, there's a picture of him in the local paper. He wasn't wearing it.
I know. I found it here last night. It's just as well we didn't spend time looking for it.
I always warned him that drink would be the death of him.
But not in the way you expected.
No.
I'm a bit worried about his wife. On her own in that big house.
Yes, Jack was always concerned that she felt isolated up here. I suppose I ought to go and see her.
I think she'd appreciate it.
Yeah?
Do you know him?
Jeremy Kirby, Les Kirby's son. You know, the pork baron. Arrogant little so-and-so. His dad keeps him down to earth, working at the abattoir, but he still fancies himself.
You think the stories about him and Susanna are true?
Ah, she must have been bored. Luckier on her own.
So she married Temple Richards for his money, then?
Well, it's been done before. Why? What are you thinking?
Well, it just seems a bit convenient, that's all. But it was an accident. Everyone saw him fall.
Well, you couldn't have asked for more witnesses.
I wonder what she was looking for.
Did I hear the words Temple Richards?
Yes, Sarge.
Well, I've just had a phone call from the pathologist. He's done a preliminary investigation, and it looks like he died from a broken neck.
Oh, is that all?
Ventris. As it happens, there is more. The pathologist noted an extremely high level of alcohol in the bloodstream.
He was an old soak. Everyone knows it.
Ventris, have you finished? There was also an high level of quinol barbitone sodium and amylobarbitone sodium. Sleeping pills to you two.
Susanna! Susie, for heaven's sake, we've got to talk!
I'll look in on Susanna.
Great. Oh, hang on a minute. Hello, surgery? Nick? Yes, he was one of James's private patients. Do you want a word? He's here. James.
Hello, Nick.
Jack Temple Richards. Did you ever prescribe him any sleeping pills?
Yes, I did. He had trouble sleeping in London. Apparently his
Flat was right by a busy road. Why? Well, the pathologist recorded an abnormally large amount in his bloodstream. Not sure how much, but more than 1 or 2.
Well, Jack didn't overuse them. I didn't prescribe them often enough. And he never took them in Yorkshire.
He always said the fresh air knocked him out. Was he depressed at all?
A deliberate overdose, you mean? Not that I know of. Anyway.
Jack always struck me as more of a shotgun man. Right. OK, well, thanks, James. I'll be in touch if there's anything else we need to know. Yeah. Bye.
Well?
Well, he certainly had him on prescription.
Rowan, go and see his wife again. See what she knows about them. And tread carefully. Don't give too much away.
So, is your clock right?
Yes. Oh, come on, come to Daddy. Come on. Come to your dad. Here. Cup all the time.
Well, the initial investigation shows your husband died from a broken neck. There are complications, though. Did you know he took sleeping pills?
Yes, in London. You could never sleep. The traffic.
Well, it seems that before he died, he'd taken an exceptionally large dose. Have you any idea why?
No, he always slept well here.
Did he take any the night before?
I don't know. We had dinner, and I went out to see the horses. When I came back, he was asleep already.
Well, have you any idea where the bottle might be? It could help us establish how many were taken.
I'll take a look.
Thank you.
Sorry to trouble you. Are you sure your clock's right?
Yes. Why?
I was expecting to meet a mate of mine in here about half an hour ago. He's not turned up.
Perhaps he's found himself a bird.
Yeah. Come on, son.
I think this must be them. They were in his sponge bag.
Thank you.
Perhaps he took more than he meant by accident.
Could be.
His drinking did make him forgetful and muddled.
Right, well, when we get the full report back, we can decide on the next step.
The next step?
Well, there'll have to be an inquest.
I see.
Well, thank you very much for your help. This must be very difficult for you under the circumstances.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance.
Well, if you do think of anything else, however small, then please get in touch. I'm sure for your husband's sake you'll want this cleared up as quickly as possible.
Yes, thank you.
You are in a mess, aren't you? How many pills did you give him, Susie?
You heard.
Most of it.
I didn't mean it to happen.
I know. I know.
Well?
Well, she didn't exactly say she'd slipped him into his bedtime cocoa, Sarge.
Well, I can't believe he took that amount by accident.
What do you think it was, her?
Well, we'll never know what really happened, Rowan. If I was you, I would just let it go. We've got no evidence to go on.
Well, what about the inquest?
Well, it'll have to be mentioned.
Well, the press are going to have a field day with this one, Sarge.
Aye. But you've done a good job. Close, but no coconut. You'd best go home.
What do you want now? They've gone, haven't they? Them chickens of Artie's, they've been nicked.
Morning.
They get flaming disgusting, thieving off the dead like that. Who did you tell I'd got them?
Why don't you come in, Claude?
Well, it must have been you, because I never said no to nobody. I went to let them out, and there they were gone. I thought I'd better have a look in his notebook, see if he gave me any clues, and it's all in here. All the weights, what he fed him, and in the back there's all his winnings. He's been cockfighting for years and he never even let on.
Well, you can't be too careful.
I'll give you any money you like, it's cockfighters that's nicked them. And I don't know how they found out I got them, because I never said no to nobody.
Look, why don't you stop this act and tell me what it's all about?
Yeah. Have a look at that.
Friday the 8th, 9 o'clock, South Barn, Ipsley Manor.
I reckon if you and some of your lads went round there, you might catch a few of them at it.
And I reckon if those birds hadn't have been nicked, you wouldn't have told me about this.
Well, I must admit, I probably wouldn't have put two and two together so quick.
And revenge is sweet, eh?
What are you doing here?
I stayed. Just to make sure you were all right.
Oh! This is Jack's bedroom! You can't even wait until it's cold! I
couldn't leave you alone.
I know exactly what you're up to! You think you can just slide in here and take his place, will you come?
Hold on a minute. Let's get one thing straight here. It wasn't me who killed him.
Neither did I!
We haven't exactly given the police all the details, have you?
You wouldn't want your father to know all your little hobbies, would you? You'd be stuck then. Nowhere to live, no job, no rich mistress to keep you!
Susanna, don't be like this.
I don't want you here! I'm going to miss Jack, you know. Do you find that hard to believe?
Should I?
Well, I know how our marriage looks. Looked to most people.
Do you?
It was written all over their faces at the wedding. Jack's got his totty. Susanna's got her sugar daddy. Well, they never saw us here. You saw Jeremy leave, didn't you? Jack and I were very happy. Very happy. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage. Look at this place. It was a kind of a marriage, I suppose. And I suppose I loved him. I certainly didn't mean to hurt him.
It's all a bit of a mess, isn't it? I think you should talk to Nick Rowan.
The policeman? Do you think he'd understand?
If you're straight with him.
Better to lose, Kirby.
Where'd you get it from?
Friends in low places, mate.
That's one of Artie's.
Well, he doesn't need it where he is, does he?
Wow, 'cause everything's all right.
Man. Oh, yes, sir. It won't be long. Right. What's that? You want to serve me? Yeah. Cup of tea. What's that? Oh, I thought I heard something. Alf, we're on. Hey.
Oh, I've got a stitch.
You're sure gonna knock him dead.
This is the police! Nobody move!
There you go.
Jeremy Kirby.
You do get about, don't you?
What's your daddy going to say?
Well, you're coming out tonight.
Come on, son.
Put on a happy smile. Ooh, 'cause everything's all right.
It was her tipped you off, wasn't it? Had to be. It's the only person who could have known. Maybe you should asking her a few questions instead of ruining a bit of sporting fun.
Oh, we're talking about Mrs. Temple Richards.
It was her that tipped you off, wasn't it?
I think we could do with some tea.
If his dad finds out that he's been cockfighting, he'll flay him alive.
I knew it.
Don't count your chickens.
Peters! Stop that gossiping and get rid of that chicken. It's under your desk.
Gently.
Won't be a minute. You and Mrs. Temple Richards are quite friendly, aren't you?
Not against the law, is it?
No. But it might have suited her to have her husband out of the way.
She didn't kill him, if that's what you mean.
He fell off his horse. It was an accident. And what did she do?
Look, if you're not going to charge me, can I go? I've got to know, was it her that told you?
Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, George.
What can I get you?
That's all right, thanks. Listen, George, I want you to tell me everything you can remember about Temple Richards on the morning of the hunt.
Well, he turned up late. They were just about ready for the off by the time he arrived.
Was he drunk then?
Well, like I said, I've never seen Jack the worse for drink. Although he must have had a few. He had one of my stirrup cups and had to fill his hip flask up.
Did he say how he was feeling?
Well, he did complain about a thick head.
Hang on, George. What'd you say about his hip flask?
Yeah, I had to top it up with whiskey for him.
That's right. I saw you give it to him. It wasn't among his things. He must have dropped it.
And that's what she was looking for.
We better try and find it. Thanks, George.
People generally stop for a nip while they're waiting for the hounds to find the scent. We only stopped once or twice before the accident, so I suggest we check those spots first.
Right.
How are you doing?
Well, it's great.
Okay, well, we'll take it slowly and you'll be fine. Don't worry. I trust her with my granny.
Can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, well, you might find you get what you need. Oh, yeah. Woo!
Ventris, you'll block the drains again. Where did you find anything?
His hip flask, Sarge. George topped it up at the meet. Now, the chances are it's got some of the same whiskey that he used for his nightcap.
Well, that's excellent. And while we're waiting for forensics, I suggest you go and work on that report you promised me. And this is not regulation transport or dress. Ventris, put the kettle on.
We're going to have to lay low for a while. How come you didn't get charged?
You don't want to know.
What we're going to do about him? Him who grossed us up.
Who grossed us up?
Claude Greengrass, that's who.
Susanna, the police are on to you.
What?
It's only a matter of time before they arrest you. Come on, I've got the car. We can get away.
You're crazy.
We can start again somewhere. France, Italy. There's something between us, Susanna. I know there is. But you didn't mean what you said yesterday.
It's too late.
Mrs. Temple Richards, can I have a word, please?
Could you, take care of Regent? Do you want to go inside?
I found a hip flask this morning which we believe belonged to your husband. It's gone for forensic examination, which we expect to show your husband was drinking whiskey mixed with sleeping pills. Now, you'll be called as a witness at the inquest and asked about this. Now, wouldn't it be easier if you told me what really happened?
I love Jack dearly. But more as a friend than a husband. He was very kind to me. And we did have a lot in common. But I just couldn't bear making love with him. It got so I couldn't stand him to touch me. But I didn't want to hurt his feelings. It seemed the easiest thing to do. Put a couple of sleeping pills in the whiskey decanter. He always had a nightcap. And then he would sleep. He must have nearly finished it all the morning he died. And I assume he filled the hip flask.
And that's what you were looking for, isn't it?
I never thought that he'd wake up in time for the hunt. What will happen to me?
Well, I don't know, I'm afraid. It's not up to me.
Well, you've shown exemplary qualities, Rowan. Trusted your instinct. Handled it with tact. Well done.
Sarge.
Just one more thing, Rowan. Apparently your friend of mine has been nicking game birds and trying to flog them off.
Well, to be fair to Greengrass, Sarge, I don't think he actually stole the birds. Obtained them by false pretenses, perhaps.
Do I get the feeling there's a history to this case that I don't know? And can we make anything stick?
I don't think so, Sarge.
You're a disappointment to me, Rowan. A big disappointment.
And I thought I was exemplary.
Fair game, I'd say.
Heartbeat, why do you miss when my baby kisses me?